Everyone, hope everything's going well. Now, I do talk to quite a few people and I tell them that, hey, look, things are going to get a lot worse, specifically later in the year. And a lot of people are in denial. And one of the things I tell them, hey, look, inverted yield curve. Now, just because I expect the downturn to occur later next year, I mean, later this year, and the top I believe is going to happen in May. Others are looking at June, whatever that time frame is. I'm going to make preparations. I still have bullish positions. I could still be bullish on price, but on fundamentals, I'm extremely bearish. And there's more reasons for me to be bearish. You can just look at the data. Data is not looking too hot. Henrik Zyberg. And we have similar views when it comes to the markets right now on other issues. I don't necessarily agree with him, but he's good at fundamentals, technicals, the whole nine yards. Let's take a look at some of what he's doing. And right now, he's bullish on price action for the next few months. After that, it's going to come down. And he was laughed at for being extremely bullish. There was another Wall Street analyst that was laughed at like over a year ago for being bullish on the economy. He's completely right. Let's look at this. Henrik Zyberg. He says small landing, forget it. And I agree. There will be no small landing anytime soon. Small businesses drive the US economy. Small businesses employ nearly half of the American workforce and represent 43.5% of American GDP. This is the Small Business Optimism Index is a composite of 10 seasonally adjusted components. It provides an indication of the health of small businesses in the US. Where do you see the small soft landing here? Recession is coming, but first, blow off top and euphoria. And I totally agree with that. There will be, in my opinion, crazy price moves to the upside. And the next few months, my game plan is to slowly get rid of the long positions out there. And I'm slowly putting put options, longer dated put options. Right now, I started with the Russell. Could be a little early in that, but it's long dated. That's the key word. It's not, I don't need to worry about 2 months. And right now, volatility is low. So a lot of people, they don't trade options. I want to get in when vol is low. I don't want to, you don't want to buy insurance when your house is on fire, right? You want to buy insurance when your house is not on fire. So what a lot of people don't understand, but let's take a look. Small business optimism index. And you could see parallels before, recession, major crash. Look at this. Boom. They're pessimistic. Small businesses, pessimistic. 1990, pessimistic. 1980, right? Late or early 1980s, pessimistic, right? You want to see small business optimistic. You don't have that right now. And that's one warning that I see besides the inverted yield curve. And if you look at this, let's take a look at another one of his. There's no soft landing. Okay, it's simply ridiculous to hear these statements from analysts. This is a personal interest payments in the US as a percentage of disposable income. It has risen faster than any time over the last 70 years. It remains elevated. The consumer is struggling, the ratio is not declining. How anyone can talk of soft landing is a mystery to me. This is how recessions begin, by the consumer getting crushed by high interest payments. Recession is coming, but first, blow off top. I completely agree with that. All right. You look at it, you could go back to 2008. What do you see? Interest as percentage of disposable income. Boom. If you look at what? 2000, boom. All right. And the rate of change, look at the rate of change, okay? This is just fundamental analysis. You know, a lot of technicians out there, they may have good work, but they fail to look at fundamentals. And I look at it from a longer term horizon. This is, you know, the disconnect between traders and fundamentalists. And I think both sides can learn from each other. Look at the rate of change. This is not sustainable, right? Like these high interest rates based on this debt-based economy, soft landing? No way, in my opinion. The rate of change is ridiculous. This is unsustainable, and we're going to see, once again, headwinds. But before that, you know, markets are going to rip. And in my opinion, if a lot of people are bullish, and I've talked to a lot of people out there, they're in denial. They say, oh, stock market's up. Yeah, stock market's up. But why is the Russell 2000 not rallying? Why is the yield curve inverted this long and no recession yet? It's the law of mathematics. You have an inverted yield curve, Fed funds rate over the 10-year yield. That's a problem for the banks. It's a huge problem. And I'm going to make more preparations based on seeing how a lot of people are just complacent. And, you know, I'm going to make my moves, and a lot of people are going to be, in my opinion, on the wrong side of the boat. And not only that, you know, I'm going to be changing bank accounts soon. So, or getting new bank accounts that, you know, have stronger balance sheet to withstand a an economic meltdown, a commercial real estate meltdown, a crazy situation in our economy that we have not seen in our lifetime. I believe that's what's going to happen. I mean, unless you lived in Greece or Cyprus where they experienced that, that's where, you know, we could learn from what they had to deal with, because that's coming here, in my opinion, with bail-ins of the banks. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Let me know what you think. Bye.